So I've made a fair few Midnight Club videos on this channel, and there's a bit of confusion and a few things which I said back in the day which aren't true anymore, and I want to clear things up in this video. So essentially, if you didn't already know, a few years ago, I think it was maybe 1 or 2 years ago, a story actually broke that the same people who worked on Midnight Club LA were making a game. Since then, it's been confirmed that's Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm looking really forward to that game, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Essentially, it means that Midnight Club is not coming back, and it's possibly never going to come back. It's probably going to stay dead forever, basically. Now, that I could just end the video there. Let's say safe and peace and then just go. But there's a lot more I want to talk about with this, because I feel like this is the best time for Rockstar to release a racing game, but at the same time, I'm gonna explain why that's never gonna happen. Even if like we get a huge petition with like millions of people like we want another Midnight, it's not gonna happen. It's just really not gonna happen, and this is why. GTA Online. It's been extremely successful since its launch in 2013, and I have played it a shit ton personally. I would say that I probably have played, I think GTA is one of those games I've probably put the most hours into that isn't a racing game. And yeah, GTA Online is still doing strong. You can tell even through some of the updates they've done. Like they had that kind of that update was called Import Export, I think it was called, where they added a bunch of new cars, and it's kind of like a Too Fast Too Furious type thing. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and the whole premise was really cool. Very similar to Midnight Club, if you know where I'm coming from. And then obviously they're still adding cars. They've added Benny's customization, which is on a whole nother level when it comes to customization of cars. You can do everything from the fenders to the oil coolers to the, you know, the steering wheels, everything you can change. It's pretty mad. Like Midnight Club. It's pretty obvious the Midnight Club team are working on Benny's customization and Benny's stuff and car related stuff for GTA Online, and then the other half of the team who worked on everything else generally with the Midnight Club are probably working on Red Dead, because I believe San Diego, the same studio, they're working on both titles. So, you know, there's a bit of crossover, because obviously some teams are going to work on some things, other teams are going to work on other things. So it seems like half the team is working on GTA stuff, as where another portion of the team are working on Red Dead stuff. And like I said, GTA Online takes huge cues from Midnight Club, and rightfully so. Midnight Club was one of Rockstar's most successful series, up there with GTA, I'd say, and Red Dead in terms of sales. Now obviously I haven't got sales numbers off the top of my head, this is kind of just a guess, but from memory and from what I know, you wouldn't run a series for 4 games over a course of almost 10 years if it wasn't successful. And, you know, Midnight Club was successful. I think Rockstar have realised that they can kind of satisfy the people who like Midnight Club within GTA Online through Benny's customization and through all that kind of stuff. And I think that's why we're probably not gonna get a Midnight Club game again, because we have GTA Online. It's a bit sad, and it's it's not really half-assed, because I can't say it's half-assed, because GTA Online is like, well, what, like a 4-year-old game now at this point, 5-year-old game at this point, almost. And, you know, to keep that alive, that takes a lot of effort. So I can't say it's half-assed in the slightest, but, you know, as a racing person, I would like to see another Midnight Club game. You know, with games like The Crew 2 coming out, Need for Speed, Forza's on its game as well, you know, it's like, it'd be nice to have another arcade racer. I feel like this is the perfect time for it, but Midnight Club's dead, and it's gonna be dead for a very long time. In the end of the day, Rockstar are a business, and they are gonna make a hell of a lot more money making Red Dead Redemption 2 than a Midnight Club game, and that pains me to say, because obviously I want to see one, but it's probably not going to happen. Another reason why it will never come back, and this one's a bit more, you know, in depth, there's a bit more of substance to this reason, is their Dub license. Dub was the company which allowed them to use, you know, cars like actual licensed cars and not make their own cars. So Dub, if you know who Dub are, they're kind of like a tuning company almost. You know, back in the day they were kind of similar to like West Coast Customs, but on a much bigger scale. They sponsored a lot of events. Essentially Dub, those people who, you know, were in Midnight Club games, Midnight Club Dub Edition, that was the name of the 3rd game, and they had a big influence in LA as well. Their license with Dub, I believe, has run out. So that kind of restricts a lot of the customization that they had before, unless they were to renew it. But if they were going to renew it, that's a lot of money, and you know, money makes the world go round. Midnight Club probably isn't going to sell as much as Red Dead, where they don't need to do that. You can probably see where I'm coming from. You know, they've got to re-get all those licenses again. You know, they would have to get Volkswagen, they'd have to get Audi, they'd have to get Lamborghini, and all the other car manufacturers, Mazda, Nissan, you know, Mitsubishi, all of them. And that's money. That's a lot more money than it would take to make a Red Dead game if you were going to do it on the same scale. Because obviously licensing is just like, it's kind of one of those admin fees which you're going to have to pay on top of making the game. Yeah, it's just money. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to see a Midnight Club game, and I think Rockstar, if they were to do it, it would be an absolute, like, return to form for the series, because it's been gone for a very long time now. The last thing we saw from the Midnight Club series was the LA South Central expansion, which came out, I believe in 2010, so it's been away for a very long time. But yeah, don't get your hopes up for it. This video is clearing the waters, because I have made videos talking about Midnight Club previously, and I kind of want this just to be the be-all, end-all, unless something interesting comes out where we have some solid proof that another Midnight Club game is coming out. This is kind of the end of the Midnight Club videos I've made. I'll make gameplay videos obviously, but in terms of like everything else, discussion and stuff, this is it. It's not gonna happen, and I just wanted to share my opinion. Hopefully they prove me wrong. Hopefully Need for Speed 2017 gets mad sales. Hopefully the Crew 2 gets mad sales, and they see that there really is still a place for racing games in the gaming community. And hopefully, you know, they make another one, because Midnight Club games were generally some of the best racing games ever to be made. I would say personally, for me, at least, like, you know, in last gen especially, it goes, you know, obviously Need for Speed, Midnight Club, Burnout. Those three franchises had racing games on lock. You know, Forza Horizon was obviously only new at the time. Those three franchises, Burnout, Midnight Club, and Need for Speed, have a long history of being some of the best racing games in a very long time. And it would be nice to see all those three come back, but, you know, besides Need for Speed, obviously, it's not going to happen. Anyway, what do you guys think of Midnight Club generally? Let me know in the comment section down below. Yeah, that's really all I've got to say. Don't expect another Midnight Club at E3, it's not coming. And that's it, really. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe, and peace.